Hi, I'm the founder of Grit for Life. I'm Nate Parks. If you're not familiar with me, if you're not familiar with Grit for Life, or if you just joined us, you most likely have joined us for the reasons of just seeing how you can advance your life better. And GRIT stands for Getting Ready and Training for Life. You can know us as Grit for Life. We also have used the hashtag Grit Nation. And sometimes those individuals who are involved with Grit for Life are known as Gritters. We're getting ready to do our new mini workshop. This workshop is a smaller, condensed version to get you introduced to what our 4-week workshop looks like. And this mini workshop is going to be starting on February 10th, 2020, and it's going to be running Monday through Friday. And it's going to be focused on mind, body, and soul. And the reason being is because that is our mission statement, is to encourage you to motivate your mind, build your body, search your soul. And we have a reason for that. And if you want to know more about that reason, I challenge you to go watch some of our other videos, listen to some of our podcasts. I'm not going to rehash that here for sake of time. But if you are going to be doing our new mini workshop, which starts February 10th, this coming Monday, and it's called R.E.S.I.S.T. It's an acronym. We're going to be using the acronym RESIST. Then you need to really pay attention to this video because there's several things I want to address and need to address before we get started on Monday. Each day is going to consist of a mind, body, and soul portion of it. And we will do our best to get those put in on the announcement portion of this Facebook group each morning, early morning of the day that it is needed. Each of those will be labeled day 1, day 2, and so on, Monday through Friday. What you need to know is a few things. 1, I used to be a certified personal trainer. I no longer hold any certifications. I need to say that legally to let you be aware, because the body portion is going to involve body weight workouts. When it comes to body weight workouts, you need to understand, or any form of exercise, you need to understand you're doing this at your own risk. You need to be consulting with a doctor. If you have not done any physical activity recently, you need to make sure that you're healthy and you're doing so. Again, you're doing these exercises and these workouts. No one is asking you to do them. No one's demanding you to do them. You're doing them at your own risk. We do several different levels. You will have an easier level, a medium level, and a more advanced level. Find the level that fits you the best if you so choose to do these. And they're fun, they're easy. They will get you working, they'll get you going. One of the things that we are going to ask you is you need to have a set of dice and a deck of cards. You're going to be using these during your workout portions. Anytime during the workout portion, if you do not understand the instructions or an exercise, feel free to ask, put it on the comments of that particular day, or personally message one of the GRIT leaders. The mind portion will be either a video or a podcast or something that will be motivating and focus again on the acronym RESIST. Another thing that you need to be aware is that we're going to be asking you to do things in our 4-week program. We usually do these in a separate group because we're going to ask you to really open up, and we encourage you to open up. The difficulty about doing that on the actual GRIT page is that the GRIT page is public. Now, we do screen people who come in and join Grit for Life, but we want you to be aware that please be careful. Any other workshop, we're going to be asking you to dig deep. We're going to be asking you if you're comfortable to share private and personal battles and struggles. In this workshop, I'm going to ask you to do your best to keep that in your journal privately. If you wish to talk about it, if it's something that you are dealing with, you want to talk, we can get you hooked up with one of our GRIT leaders, but I don't want you sharing personal struggle information actually on the full Grit for Life Facebook page, and that is for your own safety. You need to be able to feel safe and secure so that you can really start digging. What is RESIST? We're going to be looking at 6 different things, and it's going to be recon and recognize, learning to do a reconnaissance of our life, and what does reconning our life mean, and recognizing the different threats and the different obstacles that could come our way, and what is our enemy to our mind, body, and soul. And then engage. How do we engage that? How do we start taking the fight to our own mind? How do we take the fight to our own life? And how do we begin to go on the offense as well as defense and set up a proper engagement to begin to make changes that will set us up for a better version of ourselves? And then we're going to be looking at secure. How do we, once we start doing that, how do we put up a perimeter to secure the boundaries of our life? That is so important because so many times we don't do any of these things. And when we start doing it, we make ourselves vulnerable. And there is bad security in the aspect of we can build walls up, but then there's a proper security. And we're going to be looking at that. What are the proper boundaries that we need to do to set in our lives in order to advance ourselves to the next level wherever we are looking to aim and go to? And then instill. How are we going to instill new habits? How are we going to instill new foundations? How are we going to instill new baselines in our lives to be able to be better versions and to create habits and be able to set ourselves up for success? Saturating ourselves with positive education, continually advancing our lives, saturating ourselves with a team that will help build us around and begin to really nurture our mind, body, and soul. And last of all, tactical targeting. We've identified the problem through reconnaissance. We've engaged specific areas. We have created security in our lives. We've instilled new habits. We have saturated ourselves with those positive habits and a positive group of people. But now we need to start zeroing in with a tactical targeting on specific areas of our lives so that we can advance ourselves to success. So that is the things that we're going to be taking a look at in this 5 days. What I will tell you is if the 5 days you're not going to get as much as you would out of our 4-week workshop. There's no way that we can pack in everything. This is basically an introduction to what our 4-week workshops are like and how they're set up. And if you have any questions, if you want to talk to someone about what a 4-week workshop looks like, how it affected them, we have numerous people who have done them and be more than willing to talk with you and explain to you how it changed their lives. Most importantly, have fun with this. And this is not excuse me, this is not going to be easy. We don't play around. I don't sugarcoat things. If you are looking for something that is just feel good motivation, this is not it. We don't do feel good motivation. We do life-changing action and learning to build a better version of you, beating yesterday's you with today's you, because your response is your responsibility. And so thank you so much for being a part of this. The last thing before I leave, this is what I need you to do. If you're going to be a part of this workshop before Monday, this is the one thing I am going to ask you to post on this Facebook group, and that is this. You need to write a commitment out. You need to write a commitment out to yourself, and it needs to be something similar to this. I, write your name, commit to this 5-day workshop to change into correction. Let's try this again. I, state your name, commit to this 5-day resist workshop in order to focus on change that will build a better version of myself. And when things get hard, I will know that I stayed true to my commitment for my future self and for others doing this workshop. And so, excuse me again. Beauty of trying to do this with fighting also a cold. This, and then sign and date it, take a picture of it, post it here on this thing. What this does is this holds you accountable, and it helps you go back. If you feel like you're going to quit, it allows you to go back and say, you know what, no, I made a commitment. It's only 5 days. That's all it is. It's only 5 days. And then also I challenge you each day to do all 3 things. If you physically are able to do the body portion of it, if a doctor has cleared you or whatever, or you choose to do it on your own at your own risk, I want you to do it because all of this works together. And a lot of times what we have seen is when people choose only to handpick what they're going to do with these workshops, they don't get the full effect. You may get something, absolutely, but you don't get the full effect of it. Mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul is like a 3-legged stool or three gears trying to work together. If one is not working, all of it's not going to work. 3-legged stool, you take one of those legs out, you're sitting on a 2-legged stool trying to keep your balance, and you're going to fall. Hey, thank you for being part of Grit for Life. We are so honored and privileged to be a part of your life and your journey towards success. Thank you.